comment ça va? How are you guys? How are you doing? This is my first video of the year, so Happy New Year. I wish you all the best for 2017, health, happiness, wealth, love, whatever your wishes are, just go for it. I don't know if you noticed, but this week I released a video that is called HeartDrums, and this video is basically a conceptual fashion video, and obviously I had to put a message behind it because, you know, opinions. So there is a message behind it that I believe everybody on this earth can relate to. If you can't, that breaks my heart for you. And yeah, and during this short video I will put a link below, and I believe maybe I will put some backstage scenes in this video. Like, this is more fun, and I actually found myself loving editing this video. So when you watch the video, it starts very simply, like a random girl walking in Paris, talking to her friend, and she's like, yeah, let's go somewhere else, I want to go somewhere I've never been to, blah blah blah. And basically on the floor she found this. So she found a passport, and when she opened the passport she can hear some noises and voices like she's in an airport. And then beam, a huge question happens, which is, what is the meaning of identity to you? And then it's going very fast, and the African drums are like bam bam. She's multiplying herself, and at the end she coming back to only one person, and she walk and he stop here, and he's saying that it's easier to fight against a man, but it's powerful to fight against a destitute mentality. Okay, this sentence that I just said, I've wrote it when I was 16 or 15. And okay, so I wanted to make the video just to explain the message I wanted behind it, and because the message is kind of it's a lot of things, they all come down to one single thing, which is identity. And the question about the identity is basically a question that I had when while I was traveling to different countries. I was documenting people's opinion on adoption, and what is funny, it's when you travel, all people got a different opinion on what is identity. Something that I always kept in mind. And for me, and therefore by learning with other people what they think, you know, for me, having an identity, it's something that you can't have. Having an identity is something that you can't have. It's something that you can't create. An identity, it's you. It's you, yourself. It's your eyes, it's your mouth, it's your smile, it's your body shape, it's your hair, it's your skin. That's your identity, because an identity is your DNA. If we want to know who you are truly, we check your DNA, because DNA don't lie. That's your identity. And therefore an identity cannot be put under numbers. Cannot be put under numbers. An identity cannot belong to a country, to a flag, to a name. An identity, it's you. This is my French ID. don't make sense to me. I do not do any administration thing. I do not travel with that. This is stay in here like this, and it stay in my studio. I do not use that thing. I always do everything with my passport because this makes sense. This is the makes sense, but it do make sense to me to use my passport. And the thing is, an identity, French identity, doesn't mean anything. Can you tell me what's a French identity? Like, it's so easy. It's like I'm gonna see a piece of land that nobody lives on it. I'm gonna be like, oh wow, I'm gonna make my house here. And then you construct, you build your house on that land, and then you're like, okay, this is my country, and I'm gonna call it Madiland. And everybody that lives here, they've got a Madiland identity. You will be like, what? A Madiland identity? What the hell you mean by Madiland identity? It's the same. French identity, American identity, whatever. Doesn't make sense. But people that live in France, they kind of do the same stuff. Like, they love croissant, they love pain au chocolat, they love a lot of stuff, and they love wine and cheese and blah blah blah. I don't know. And you know, all this kind of stuff, that's not identity. That's an education. That's something that someone told you. That's something that you learned, because society told you, here we love this, here we love to do that, here we are renowned because the wine, blah blah blah. This is an education. This has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with an identity. Identity, it is you. It's your blood. It's your mom's blood. It's your dad's blood. And it's your ancestors' blood. And they're so mixed up. If you knew about your DNA, you will go mad. They're so mixed up that basically we all belong to each other. You know what I mean? And this earth belongs to everybody. It does belongs to everybody. But I'm not saying that it's good to go and fight people in their country to steal their stuff, because that obviously don't belong to you. But I'm just saying that there's no borders. There is no borders. There is no... nobody buy France. No one. You were just born here. Nobody say, yeah, but I bought it. I bought it to God. You don't even possess your own life. How can you possess the soil? Or you walk on, you know it. Well, to me, like, people most of the time get a confusion between identity and education. Like, learning French, learning about French history and these kind of things is not an identity, it's not a culture, it's an education. To me, culture, it's something that you create for yourself. That's a culture. A culture is not something that is being taught. Something that is being taught is never something that belongs to you. It's an education. It's somebody educating you on something. Therefore, you can trust that education, take it as granted, and live with that and apply it, or you can reject it and try to get another education somewhere else. That works for religion, languages, whatever. But a culture is basically that simple. When you are a farmer, you need water, seed, soil. So you take these three elements, and these three elements, the seed is you. You are the seed. Somebody give you the water, somebody give you the soil, and you are the seed. So how are you gonna cultivate yourself? So cultivating yourself, it's always something that you develop into you. It's your soul. It's your soul. It's how you feel things. How much are you sensitive? How do you think for yourself? What are your type of thinking? And all these kind of things that you grow within yourself. How do you manage the experiences that you live? Do you take them as a lesson and then you strive to do better the following time? Or this is culture. How do you nourish yourself? What do you know what? Even what do you watch on TV, what do you eat? It's your own culture, because this is what you give to yourself in order to make you grow. You see what I mean? So the education is the water, the identity is the soil, and the culture is what you're giving to you. So when people say, oh, you've got the German culture, no. Don't let society cultivating you. You don't let an external institution, system, whatever, I don't know, make you grow. You need to make yourself grow by being yourself. And yeah, and I do believe that we get confused with these three words: identity, education, and culture. And it's really promoting you with your own identity, DNA, without any modification, as natural as you are and as beautiful as you are and as unique as you are. You don't need to look like anybody else. You're fucking unique, and that's for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's kind of promoting your identity and your education, because I love to learn about everybody's education. When I go to a country, to any country, I need to absorb whatever, everything. I love it. And the last point is culture. Cultivate yourself. Take care of yourself. Nourish yourself. And do not think that you're not enough. You're not good enough the way you are, and so on. And yeah, and you know what? Basically, I just don't want to give my opinion and people to take it as this is something, you know. This is my opinion. But I wanted to share it with you, and you guys therefore can associate it to your own sensibility or your own thoughts. But just let me know what you did think of this video or of the HeartDrums video. And yeah, I will be really glad to hear from you, and I hope you're doing great. Envision, embody, explore, always and forever. Be open-minded. Forget your education and cultivate yourself. Do cultivate yourself and cherish your identity. Yeah, that's my message for today. I hope you guys have a good day, and we talk soon. Until then, we keep in touch. Bye.